So with the Galaxy S25 Ultra's release just a couple of months away, it's a great time to weigh it up against the S24 Ultra, Samsung's current top dog. The S24 Ultra has been called the smartphone of the year for good reason. But now the real question is whether the S25 Ultra can bring enough to the table to get people excited about upgrading. So let's dive into the 10 big changes coming with the S25 Ultra to see how it stacks up against the S24 Ultra. First up, the design. The S25 Ultra is getting a slight redesign, swapping those sharp right-angle corners for more rounded edges. The change isn't extreme, keeping that classic Note vibe, but it softens up overall look and feel. And it's not just about the frame, Samsung is tweaking the camera lens rings too. Leaks hint at a style that kinda mirrors the Z Fold 6 with textured ridges circling the lenses. Here's a render to give you a better idea. Next, the S25 Ultra screen is slightly larger due to its ultra-thin bezels. Compared to the S24 Ultra, this bezel trimmed down is noticeably bolder, making it potentially the slimmest bezel design on any mainstream phone. And it's not just the bezels, the frame is also shrinking a bit, making the S25 Ultra slightly narrower, though somehow the screen itself ends up wider. Ice Universe claims the display will have upgrades across the board like better brightness, viewing angles, and color accuracy, all despite sticking with the same M13 panel used in the S24 Ultra. While Apple and Google have jumped to the newer M14 panels, Samsung is squeezing every bit out of the M13 for cost reasons. It's a little disappointing not to see the latest panel here, given its efficiency boost, but hey, if they can actually pull off these improvements without a new panel, then this shouldn't be that big of a deal. Next, the S25 Ultra will feel better in hand thanks to its rounded edges, reduced weight, and slimmer profile. Samsung has trimmed off 14 grams and reduced the thickness by 0.4 millimeters while still keeping the same battery capacity and housing an S Pen, which is quite impressive. The S25 Ultra will feature 16GB of RAM, a 4GB increase over the S24 Ultra with a portion dedicated to AI tasks, ensuring faster and more efficient processing. So it's not just a flashy spec, this upgrade should actually be noticeable. The S25 Ultra will support satellite connectivity, allowing emergency access in areas without cellular coverage. Certification is already in place, so we know it's coming, but the specifics remain unclear. Will it work for emergencies only or support two-way messaging as well? And of course, there's the question of cost. Google's Pixel 9, for example, charges a subscription fee for satellite service after being free for 2 years, so Samsung's approach will be interesting to see. Now recently I was in Dubai, it was amazing, but staying connected was a bit of a hassle. Roaming charges were sky high and finding reliable Wi-Fi was tough. That's where Saily came in, who's also the sponsor of this video. With Saily's eSIM, I had instant affordable data right from the moment I landed. I used it to navigate the city, book tours, and stay connected with family and friends. It was a lifesaver. By the way, Saily is an eSIM solution from the creators of NordVPN that keeps you connected wherever you go without dealing with those pricey roaming fees or hassle of swapping physical SIM cards. Here, let me show you how easy it is to set up. Just download the free Saily app on your phone, which is available on both Android and iOS. Once you're in, browse through their affordable data plans. Pick one that fits your trip, and at checkout, enter my exclusive code TechTalkTV for a 15% discount. You'll see the savings right away, and here's a bonus, just scan this QR code on your screen to get started. So next time you're planning a trip, skip the roaming costs and stay connected with Saily. Download the Saily app, use my code TechTalkTV, and you're set to explore hassle-free. Moving on, the camera setup on the S25 Ultra is getting a nice bump. Specifically, the ultra-wide camera is getting upgraded to 50-megapixel sensor, which is quite a jump from the 12-megapixel one on the S24 Ultra. The rest of the camera setup is expected to stay pretty much the same, but with the addition of an updated image signal processor, so we should see better photo and video quality even without new hardware across the board. Speaking of which, the S25 Ultra is set to make big strides in video recording. While iPhones are typically the gold standard for video, the S24 Ultra was close. If these improvements bring it on par with the iPhone 16 Pro Max, I would say it's a major win. Given that the Snapdragon 8 Elite chip was created by former Apple engineers who developed the M1 chip, Insiders are optimistic that we could finally see Samsung step up to be on par with or even ahead of Apple when it comes to smartphone video. Next, the S25 Ultra will get Gemini Nano 2. What's the big deal about this AI model? Well, to put it simply, the Gemini Nano 2 is an upgraded version of the AI model found in the S24. It's designed to handle more complex tasks, providing even more accurate and useful results. What sets it apart is that it can process information from various sources, whether it's text, images, or audio, making its responses more intelligent and contextually accurate. The best part? It's all processed on the device itself, meaning you won't have to rely on the cloud for those features. The Pixel 9 already uses this AI to power things like Pixel Screenshots, TalkBack, and Pixel Recorder, and now the S25 Ultra will do the same. The phone is also set to launch with One UI 7, Samsung's biggest software update to date. Yes, the S24 Ultra will also receive One UI 7, but insiders say it will feel much smoother and run better on the S25 Ultra due to the extra RAM and a faster processor, not to mention the upgraded AI model. It's not a huge leap, but it should add an extra layer of polish. One of the S25 Ultra's standout feature is its powerhouse of a chipset, the Snapdragon 8 Elite. This chip marks the biggest year-over-year jump in performance we've ever seen in a Snapdragon processor. We're talking a 45% boost in CPU, 40% in graphics, and 44% better efficiency over the 8 Gen 3 found in the S24 Ultra. Not only that, but it's built to handle AAA console quality games. Plus, the AI chip on the Snapdragon 8 Elite is 40% faster and works hand in hand with Gemini Nano 2. So you'll see a noticeable improvement in AI response times, and it also enables features like video object eraser. In a nutshell, the Snapdragon 8 Elite is not only faster than the S24 Ultra's 8 Gen 3, it's literally the fastest smartphone chip around, beating out even Apple's latest. So to wrap it up, the S25 Ultra does bring some big upgrades over the S24 Ultra. Some are significant, while others are more subtle. Now, I'm not saying the S24 Ultra owners need to jump on this upgrade. It's still an awesome phone, and with upgrades becoming more incremental, yearly upgrades aren't always worth it. But hey, if you're all about having the latest and greatest, who am I to stop you? Here's some more updates on the S25 Ultra, and I'll see you there.